Hi guys, welcome to Trade for Learning channel. This is a channel where we will study how this option strategy works and how we can use this option strategy as a business instead of just trading or like gambling, and how to minimize the time involved in trading so that we can earn some consistent income. This is completely related to tracking. It's like a paper trading. These things you guys already know if you are already watching my previous videos. I have been uploading all my weekly strategy that I applied and how it reacts after a week of expiry day, and also it involves like on expiry day trading, how it reacts and what is my opinion on selecting the options price strikes, and what is the like earning, am I end up with a profit or loss, and if it's a loss how big is it, so that I can pick up again and come back to the same strategies. So if you guys are not at subscribe to this channel, please subscribe, uh, so that you can see all this bi-weekly or not bi-weekly, sorry, weekly update on this options trading strategy that I'm going to explain. So in these videos I will be explaining the strategy that I'm going to build and apply for this week, and next week I'll be explaining how it reacts and what is the am I end up with a profit or loss, and the weekly trading. It might include like some intraday trading, and I will be explaining the tracker record that I'm going to see. I'm going to track. I have been tracking from this from past 3 to 4 months. So this you can see, and you can watch in your, and you can update. I mean, you can see all the tracks that where I entered, where I exit, all the comment in the comment sections, and what is the strategy I followed. And also you can refer this via documents where you can see complete weekly strategy that we followed and what is the strategy we built and how it got executed on a weekly basis. Let's move on to this 2017 Jan 2019 expiry strategy what we have built. According to the strategy, if you see here, the entry date was 11th Jan 19 around 11:50 a.m. and Bank Nifty was trading around 27,400. And if you see, this is a Bank Nifty chart. And according to this strategy, if you see here, Bank Nifty entry, we sold 17 Jan to 28,000 call at 41 rupees 35 paise at 5 lot, brought 24,000 Jan 28,100 call at 77.55 2 lots, and brought 17 Jan 27,900 call at 61 1 lot. These are all actually hedging strategy. So according to the hedging strategy, this is a screen how it was look like. So we thought like the previous week the Bank Nifty took some time to consolidate, and we thought this time it might go up, but what happened, it didn't do. It was staying in the same range bound with in a lower side, so we end up with a small profit. If you see here, according to the strategy, this is how it was look like. This is the place where I sold the 5 lots, and this is the place where I brought one next week option, so that I will be in a safer side. And this is a place where we had 28,100, where we had 20,100, where we actually brought the next week, and 70,000 and 27,900 call where we brought just for safer purpose. So according to that, the option strategy was look like this. If it end up in this range, we will be in a big profit. If it's in a downside, then still we are not in a big loss. But if it crosses this, then we will be in big loss. That was actually not most of the time it will not happen, because when it comes to Bank Nifty, most of the time there is a possibility of big downtrend than a big uptrend. So big downtrend you can't predict how much deep it will go down, but big downtrend there will be a maximum limit. After that, it will take some time to consolidate. So that's what our assumptions. So this is how it reacts. So what we have done, if you see in the tracker, 27,000. These are the trackers where we have done. So if you see here, these are the 3 things where you will show like hold, all these things. So entered around 11:30 and exited around 11:20 a.m. on 17 Jan expiry day, and it was around 2% profit. And one where we have the future lot, entered around 11:50 a.m. exited around 3 p.m. 3 p.m. we exited because it was recovering back, so it was a future lot, it will not expire. So whenever the big profit, big number was there, around 30 rupees, we exited. And if you see here, entered on 11:50 am same day, exited around on 16th, one day before at 11:20 at 12:20 p.m. for 7.4, because it was not, we got to know that it will not reach at all. So why we have to waste this 27,900? Anyway, we have backup plan for 24,000 Jan future. It will pick up the rhythm, so that we exited with the when we entered at 12.2, it is 7.4 with a small loss. So accordingly, the consolidated profit was around 1,146. And we tried intraday, but intraday we tried on too late actually. It's around entered around 12:15 p.m. and exited around 2:19 p.m. because market was might go down. So we brought 27,300, put at 4 rupees 45 paisa, and market was going downtrend, but actually it didn't reach that 27,300. But we are in a what you call confusion that we might end up with a big loss, because we are not even having a big profit in a holding. So intraday, why we have to end up with a big loss? So what we have done, we exit with a 4.65 with a small loss of 48, and we had a lot of 12 because of the intraday put call. And this is like a, all this previous holding was expiry was all call, all only call strategy, no put involved, or no put combination of put or call. Let's go with this week strategy that what we are building. If you see here, for 24th week, we are so if you observe that 2 weeks we have a assumption that market will go up after consolidation, but it didn't happen. So this week we are in a confusion. So because if you see the market trend, let's see here, this in a consolidated trend, it might go up or it might go down. That's what my assumption. Obviously it will not stay in the same rhythm. So we are in a confusion mode. So what we have done, we built in this type of strategy where you can see. So this is the strategy what we built. It is, if you see here, if it stay in the same point, we might be losing maximum like 1,900. If in case if it pushes either of the sides, we might be end up with a profit. That's what my strategy built. According to the strategy, what we have done, we sold 3 lots of this 24th Jan expiry, 26,800 P and 28,100 call. These are two, around 26,800 and 26 sold. And also we brought 20, so that we brought a 26,900 P of next week and 28,000 call of next week, 2 lots. So doing this one, we are hedging this type of strategies where we have some curve shape. So if when the edge is like, the break even is like within this range, it should be under 26,658 and 27,100, then only we are in profit. It means like when the market goes down, if the market goes up, it should be above 27,781 and 28,200, then we will be in profit. This is strategy. If it's end up with between 27,114 and 27,700, it means like within the range of like some 600 points, then we will be in loss. So that is what actually the current trend look like. If it's end up within this range only, then we will be in big loss. For example, this. So it should be out of this range. So let's build this week strategy, how it look like for the break even. It should be like a 27,114. If you see 27,114, 27,114. Let's go here and say take this one horizontal, take a red line, 27,114. Let's zoom it more, make this 15, 27,114. More, 27,000. Then 27,000, 140, somewhere here, and then another break one is around 27,781, 27,781, 27,781, 700, somewhere here. Okay, let's say this with the friend. Then let's go to this channel. Look like we'll see 10 minutes, one day. So this is the range. If the Banknifty stays within this range, then we will loss. If it goes either of the side, we'll be in profit. Let's see what happens in the next week. We'll track and update. So if you guys not yet subscribed to this channel, please go to this channel and subscribe so that you'll get a notification and you will not get by any what you call creepy things like keep on updating. It's like just a weekly update or maybe one or two videos about the education with a basic explanation about what is option trading, how you can utilize option trading as a what you call learning or like as a business. So you don't need to get bother about like how frequently we get like uploading the videos and it will get disturbed your daily media what you call daily YouTube channels watching time. So it's only maximum one or maybe like two videos will be getting notified so that you can guys go and subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll get a notifications about this. Let's see guys, we'll see how it goes and how we'll track this one and how the update happens. We'll be updating, and there is something called obster.defineedge.com where you can track, build and update, and it will be saved in your by logging in your strategy. This, if you see here, this is strategy where we end up this profit. If you see, I'm when updating all these things, and currently this is strategy where it's running. If it shows this red color, it's completed one. If it's green color, it's running one, and also you can see the documents where you can see and see the progress of all my strategy. If you guys not yet watched previous videos, you can go through these videos and see what is option strategy, how can you use this option strategy as a business, and what is the basic concept of this option strategy and terminologies with a simple examples. That's all guys from these videos. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe.